So you're wanting to build a new commander deck, but you're not wanting to make it a very fun or friendly one, at least not for your opponents. You're wanting to get into a more cutthroat and vicious competitive scene. Well, perhaps a Stax deck would suit your needs. A Stax Commander deck focuses on three main things: resource denial, sacrifice enablers, and disruption effects. You want to keep your opponent from doing anything while you work your way towards victory. To put it eloquently, instead of building a fast car to win the race, you fill the racetrack with manure and drive your tractor to victory. Now that we know the basics of what a Stax deck is, what is the best commander for you to use? This video will talk about my top 5 picks for commanders that can be used for a Stax style deck. And if you like this video and would like to see more like it, hit that like button and let us know. To preface this video, please note that this video's list is the end result of hours of research into the subject of Stax Commander. I've pored over Reddit pages, articles, and read other people's opinions on the subject to come to these conclusions. Now, while my list might include cards you feel are not nearly as good of options, I would love to hear your options and your choices for what you would run as well. If a card you feel makes a good Stax commander was not mentioned in this list, leave it in the comments below with why you think that commander would be good. Starting off our list at number 5 is Oloro, the Ageless Ascetic. Esper colors will give you great access to many control options, from the very powerful tutor cards that you find with black magic, to the Pillar Forts that you find in white and blue, to the great creature removal that you'll find in white and black. Oloro himself also allots you a nice health wall to complement his access to the great Stax colors. Given that Grand Arbiter Augustin IV is a possible candidate for a good Stax deck, Oloro would also be able to utilize him in the 99 to bolster up your field and further tax your opponent. Number 4 goes to Hiroki, the Dust Drinker. With the built-in Winter Orb style effect, there's a ton of neat interactions that can use his abilities to make him incredibly one-sided. Also, given his access to white, you have a plethora of cards that you can use to shut down any more of your opponent's opportunities to do anything. Our number 3 spot will be going to Gave, Guru of Spores. Abzan colors are perhaps the best combination for Stax, as you have access to all the Stax All-Stars and Tutors that are featured in black, the removal and protection that comes in white, and the ramp that is crucial in green. And while a fellow commander, Carador Ghost Chieftain, can provide a very similar deck style given his identical colors, I personally feel Carador is better suited for a Grave Shenanigans Reanimator style deck that, while it can use Stax style cards, but not to the same effect as Gave. Having said that though, I do feel that either of these two would make for a great Stax commander in general. Our number 2 spot will be going to Durevi, the Imperial Tactician. I'm going to note that with Durevi, it is technically banned in the dual commander format, so 1v1 commander you cannot use Durevi, but for multiple player commander, Durevi has some bonkers combos that can utilize the abilities to shut down an opponent's field entirely. Generally, Durevi can be built as a more combo-oriented commander, but with a Stax style deck utilizing the insane tap-down abilities, it can be equally as brutal. And finally, my personal choice for the best Stax commander goes to Nath of the Gilt Leaf. One of the main components I've found in choosing a Stax commander is to find one that will interact with your strategy in the most synergistic of ways. You could in theory build any commander into a Stax style deck, but the most efficient ones are those that have abilities that work in tandem with the rest of your deck. Nath aims to destroy your opponent's hand advantage with discard abilities, and given his access to green and black, we have all the ferocity of black's tutor, sacrifice, and discard outlets, combining with the speed of ramp offered by green. His 2 abilities also work very nicely into a Stax style deck, so that also benefits him, and in addition, his typing as an elf gives him the use of some elf support if a player wishes to include some of the powerful elven aggression. That's going to do it for this list. What do you think of Stax Commander? Would you like to see some deck text featuring some of the commanders listed in this video? Would you like me to go more in depth into some commander that has a competitive edge to it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Remember that these are merely my personal choices for what I would feel would build some of the best commanders for this style of deck. Let me know if you have your own choices for commanders not featured in this list. Remember to like and share this video with your Magic the Gathering Playgroup, as it really helps the channel open up to new audiences. And if you're new to the channel, then I welcome you and hope you consider becoming a subscriber. And with that, I will see you all in the next video.